Kogi Central Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan has alleged that the Senate leadership is planning to suspend her following a heated altercation with Senate President Godswill Akpabio over seating arrangements in the chamber on Thursday. Now, Akpoti-Uduaghan, a member of an opposition party, that's the opposition party, People's Democratic Party, made the allegation in Abuja. Despite the alleged planned suspension, the senator promised to continue serving her constituents. She said any suspension will not stop her commitment to public service. Now, the alleged planned suspension is coming after she had a verbal clash with the Senate president in protest against the change of her seat in the chamber. To discuss this, we're joined by Executive Director, Not Too Young to Lead Initiative, Elvis Akpabio. Hello, Elvis, and thank you for joining us on the news this evening.
Good evening.
All right, Elvis, now please go ahead and tell us, what do you make of the allegation by Senator Natasha, that the Senate leadership is planning to suspend her following a heated altercation with the Senate president?
Yes, like you said, it's an allegation, and for me, I've never been a senator, but I know they have orders and rules by which drives the activities of the senators. But what I saw there, I've watched the clip, I've watched their section. What I saw there is the fact that I think it's been an accumulated, there's been tension between both parties, and there's been, it's like, if you check the reaction of Senator Natasha, that's cool, you know that I think she's been pushed to the wall. While I want to still reiterate that we should give honor to honor is due. The Senate president was duly elected, despite I have my reservations when it comes to how he carries himself as a leader, the comments that comes from him as a leader, and sometimes a little tinge of arrogance, like not coming out to inspire upcoming leaders, because oftentimes we've seen cases where you address it, you make comments like we are not in a nightclub. Everybody in that Senate came elected by their constituents. By virtue of the fact that you're a Senate president, it's just a rare privilege because you were elected by the senator. And how you treat your fellow senators is key. Why for me too, I still reiterate the need that every leader today, that is, whatever you're doing at the moment, you've been contracted governors by the people. You know that your actions and inactions will determine how people see the Senate. So our senators must know that there's a generation of young people looking up to them, and their actions should be inspiring.
Oh, okay. Now, so what about the significance? Tell us how you feel its significance. That's the issue of personal conflicts that's between senators and Senate leadership, in shaping legislative outcomes. Do you think that such conflicts usually result to policy gridlock?
Yes, it does. Because if you check, I believe that the past is the key to the future. Oftentimes, you've seen issues of you smell a little vendetta either from the leadership to a particular senator, and this is what's happening with that of Senator Natasha. While in a climate where we are advocating for more women in governance, more women in politics, privileged leaders should do everything possible to encourage more women to come in, and not, as she's allegedly claiming, that she has been marginalized. The Senate leadership wants to keep her muted. When other young ladies who want to play a role in leadership see things like this, it becomes they feel like, oh, are they sure they can swim in these waters, this terrain they are going through? Unlike for Senator Natasha, I was told, and I've seen that she has been very, very vocal, and she represents, aside her constituency, she represents women in leadership in Nigeria, and I think it's good. She should be encouraged.
All right, I'm actually tempted to ask, because I've seen where even male senators have actually had, clash in the Senate like this, but let's just move away from that. Now, what about the consequences, for the ruling party, if, or even the people of Kogi State, if the suspension of Senator Akpoti were to occur, especially in terms of, its relationship with opposition parties?
For me, suspending her means you are shutting up a particular senatorial district. And for me, it's not too good. And I know there are modalities in suspending a senator. Mostly it goes through disciplinary processes and all that. But I believe that the Senate President, who I know, I believe that is well experienced, will do the needful and resolve every issue they have, like we see on the screen and behind the screen. But as far as I'm concerned, they were elected there to make policies that will better Nigeria and not, play too much politics for their personal interests. That's what I say.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Elvis, for speaking to us on this.